Welcome to Kent Brewer Stadium, home to the Giant Killers, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. And Boone, North Carolina has really been excited for this matchup that we have in store. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on another team from the ACC, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Mountaineers will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Pitt Panthers offense is on the field for the first time today. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Panthers headed quickly to the line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to pass. It's Avant. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looking for a block. It's Bird. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Appalachian State's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone.
Second down.
The football teams, regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He'll throw one to his right. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Puts him in the spin cycle. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Mountaineers are on the move. Good timing on the quick out. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On the move. Really nice stuff. Senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Appalachian State.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Pitt pushing the base. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Avant. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Open space at the 25. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. And you saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch at the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Panthers!
Man, you want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You could see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the Mountaineers get enough for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback will audible. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll blow this one dead at the 20-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the tailback. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You can tell they saw it and they reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Makes the grab on the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Fast motion from the offense. They want to run this quarterback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They move the tight end all over. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Getting some heat. He'll try to do it himself. Knocked off his feet.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Pressure coming. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking for a huge play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to move it through the air. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the 3rd quarter. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
When they pick up the first against zone coverage, the biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Looking for space. It's Woodside.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
Tackle is made after the first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The Mountaineers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. On the move. Touchdown, App State! They take the lead with the 6. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Never breaks stride. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Hit right back to the line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. First down here for the offense.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Avant. He looks that one in nicely. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's the handoff. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good.
And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Running back goes in motion. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He leaves it with the back. And the Mountaineers get enough to move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Goes to the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
At the 45 on his way. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, going up top. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. This is a designed run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Quick pass on the jet motion. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And as they come to the line, they have the lead and they have the clock on their side. First and goal. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College.